So with Alien Covenant coming out, I figured I'd revisit the Alien franchise by rewatching the films. Starting with, of course, the original Alien from 1979. If you still haven't seen it, I'll give you a short summary of the plot. A crew of interplanetary miners from Earth are awakened halfway to their trip back home. That's because of a signal that was sent out by a nearby planet. They go to investigate and find this big derelict ship with a bunch of eggs inside. One of the crew is attacked by one of the facehuggers in one of the eggs, and after a while the next form of that alien pops out of his belly. It grows rapidly and starts slowly killing each one of the crew. This Alien film is definitely more horror than it is sci-fi, but the sci-fi elements are still very cool. The designs by H.R. Giger are really fascinating and weird, and they've become iconic. When people think of a deadly alien now, they think of a xenomorph. And they thought of a very terrifying life cycle for the species. After the facehugger falls off and dies, they say, "It's safe to assume it's not a zombie." No, it's something a bit more terrifying, and that leads to one of the most iconic scenes in the film. The chest-bursting scene must have floored audiences back in 1979, because those are really good effects for that time. The baby alien puppet doesn't look as great now, but it's still aged better than a lot of early CG. We don't actually see a lot of the xenomorph throughout the movie. A lot of the scares that happen are sort of fake-outs, like with the reveal of the cat, and that puts the audience on edge, and that's what a good horror movie does. The film is very slow starting, but it also has a very good sense of mystery to it. Everything inside the derelict ship looks so alien, which I guess is the point. That shot revealing the other alien fossilized to that chair is so awesome. This is one of my favorite sci-fi movies, mainly because it's the inspiration behind one of my favorite video game franchises, that being Metroid. A lot of tropes from Metroid are borrowed from Alien, and I started to notice some other things that Metroid borrowed from the Alien movies after rewatching them, such as the computer on the ship, which is called Mother, and that just correlates to Mother Brain from Metroid. And of course you have the ship self-destructing, which at the end of pretty much every Metroid game you have to escape before an explosion. And Alien is still even copied to this day in films. Life, a recent sci-fi movie I watched, pretty much directly copied a scene from Alien. That being the scene where they're arguing about quarantine. It's pretty much exactly the same in Life. So the original Alien is definitely very influential, and its effects still hold up pretty well to this day. The miniatures they use for the ships and the suit that they use for the alien all look really great. So if you still haven't seen Alien, please give it a watch, even for just like how cool it looks. It has some really great shots in it. And since it was a sci-fi movie in the 70s, it sort of has that retro future look to it. So if you have seen Alien, tell me what you thought down in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, by now we're getting a bit used to winter. We're like soldiers in the middle of a campaign, growing hardened to discomfort and better able to take